at the pattern of the terrace itself, I was able to go to this particular place where it is actually we actually located on the opposite side, the opposite bank of the river, of the mountain, and I'm just shooting laterally across. So that's why you cannot see the top of the terrace itself. Instead, just the terrace wall. And this is a village, I suppose. And these are the people that will come out early in the morning to farm the place during the farming season. And this is just the road itself that we use. And this is where the bus travel. So quite treacherous. This is the road. People. I mentioned earlier on that these terraces has been planted by the honey people, and this is how they dress. These are the children anyway, and this is our guide. He leads tour there quite regularly, so the village people knows him quite well. You can see the children are very friendly with him. It's interesting, these people will wear their traditional costume every day. And so we were told before we left, they are quite poor. What happened is that in a lot of these villages, the younger people would have left for the city to work. So those people who are left behind are the very old folks and the children. Quite pitiful. And there's practically nothing to do. There's no industry, nothing, and they are very poor. So we brought clothing, and I guess all the clothing that previous people have brought. But I'm glad that some of the girls still use their own traditional clothing. This is a pole shot. We ask her, please walk back and walk again. Walk back and come again. So I want to be honest with you. Yeah. You want to guess what are these things here? Yeah, manure. Alright, these are manure. What happened is that they are pig's manure. They use it to warm the home and for cooking in winter time. Okay, so that's what she's doing. She's snoring out. Almost nothing goes to waste. On the day before we left, the guide took us to this park in Kunming, and early in the morning we were supposed to shoot gao, but I also shot some ladies doing this thing. Yeah, grandfather did it as well. Yeah, this man was very fierce. I just walked past, quickly snapped, and then he heard the camera sound. All those guys who came after me almost got chopped. Well, anyway, generally people are very friendly there. But I guess, as time goes by, a lot of tourists with a camera going around, these people really feel infringed in their life, and I think they don't like it. Yeah, I don't know what it is, manicure, really star. It's very interesting, the lighting, because it comes from the back. Can you imagine 3 ladies tending to one small kid? They have the time and the patience. Yeah, this kid, one of those that's left behind by the parents. Actually, originally, he was a lot dirtier with mucus flowing down and things like that. But when the granny saw me taking a photograph of him, she cleaned up everything, which spoils the photo. Yeah. This is a very interesting site. We went to this particular village, one of those villages that was not touched by the Cultural Revolution. And this is supposed to be I wouldn't call it a hall because it's an open area, so it's a courtyard surrounded by all these very old buildings, and this is actually a wedding feast. And wedding feast there runs for 2-3 days, Then we were so stupid and so formal. They were so nice, So they said, "Hey, come join our wedding feast." I said, "Oh," one of us said, "I forgot to bring ang pao." So stupid. But they were just so nice, We could have just sat down and ate, but we didn't, so we took photographs instead. But it is a real eye-opener. Those people there really are very close, very community-based. And we were so fortunate, we saw a wedding. So this is a wedding party. You have just have to take my word for it. It is actually a wedding, because when I first lay sight on this, I thought it's a funeral. Doesn't it look like? It is not a funeral, but I think what gives me the impression of funeral are these white bands, right? Chinese usually wear white for funeral. And I said, "Hey, are you sure?" But then you see, they have this name tag. It says they're Xin Lang, Xin Liang. So very sure that there is a wedding party, all right? But this is the way they carry their gifts. So you see, these are the gifts. And for some reason, they put a band across their chest and they carry their dowries to the groom's place. They're coming to the groom's place. This is the bride and the groom. See, quite more high heel, walking on stones. Okay. This is a shaman. It took a long time to perform some kind of thing, and I don't know. Dung must be very important to them. This is manure, but it's from cows, not from pigs. Okay, so it must be something precious. I look at the guy. I spent a lot of time looking at him. It's a very simple ceremony. I was expecting blood, but no blood. I was expecting fire, no fire. So, I don't know what he's talking about. And all he did was he took some color string and bound 2 chicken together, and after that let them go. That was it. You and I could have done it, but of course it's meaningless. So yeah, they had a lot of this thing. And you see, I think it would give Prince William a run for the money. An international set of photographers attending to the wedding itself.